Here at the community center, I teach 2 classes of Mahjong. I teach a beginner's class and I teach an intermediate class. And the main reason I started teaching Mahjong is I'm a retired teacher and I love teaching, and I feel that I bring a different style to teaching Mahjong. I use all of my skills that I learned as a teacher when I teach Mahjong. So not only do I just explain the game, which many teachers do, I use a lot of props with me. So I feel like I help a lot of people learn Mahjong in different ways that maybe if you're a lecturer or you just explain the game, it might be confusing. I make up props like this. This is how you arrange your tiles on your rack. Then there's different rules, and I make up props to help visual learners. Mm-hmm. So when they're trying to learn, not only do I say it, do I show it, but then when they're actually playing, they have these little props to help them at the table. Nice. And also we do many practice exercises. So for those players that are hands-on, that don't learn just by looking at the props that I have or by listening to what I'm saying, we do exercises, and that helps a lot of people with different learning styles learn the game also. Mahjong was started in China in the 1800s, and it was started because it was a social game. It was a way to bring people together. And then Mahjong came over to the United States in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, and it was brought over and played in the American Chinese communities. And again, the social aspect of the culture, of the Chinese culture, bringing people together in America, that was the importance of Mahjong. And then in the 1930s, it became popular with Americans, and there was no standard way to play American-style Mahjong. So in the 1930s, there was a league that was established, the National Mahjong League, and they printed rules and they printed the card. So that is how the game of Mahjong came to the United States. As a young girl, my mother played Mahjong, and it was, again, social activity in the summer at the swimming pool on the East Coast. It was very popular. Loved the game, loved and as I got older, I just always remembered my mother playing the game, the social aspect of it, the clicking of the tiles. And a lot of people I speak to today, they say they love the game because it just brings back the memories of their family, of their mother, and they use their mother's set when they play Mahjong. One good aspect about playing Mahjong, you don't need a partner. And a lot of people that I've taught Mahjong say that's a relief to them. Well, this is more than just becoming familiar, because this is showing the player how to set up the tiles on the rack. You just don't place tiles on the rack. You have to put them in a certain order. Now, this is the order that I teach it because it goes with the card, and it's a very good order for beginners. But as you learn Mahjong and become familiar with it, then you develop your own order, how you put it on. But my teaching style is to teach beginners from the simplest way, and then as they develop their skills in Mahjong, then they develop their own way. Everyone that I've taught has gone on to play Mahjong, and they love the game. And when you get into a game of Mahjong, you're talking about other things in Mahjong, and that's where the laughter comes from. You're talking about family, you're talking about holidays, what you're doing next week for the holidays, and you just develop very good friendships.